Hello and welcome to Junior Achievement Finance Park Teacher Training. We're glad that you are here today. Junior Achievement is a nonprofit organization. We deliver programs to kindergarten through 12th grade students, not only in the U.S., where we have 105 offices, but also worldwide, working with over 100 countries. Our mission is to inspire and prepare young people to succeed in a global economy. We do so through fun, engaging curriculum in areas of financial literacy, workforce readiness, and entrepreneurship. One of our key components is our partnership between schools and JA volunteers to deliver many of the JA programs. Today, we're going to discuss the Finance Park Overview, which is one of our capstone programs. It can be delivered in 3 different ways. The one we will cover today is the entry level, which is, and also PBL, which is project-based learning, which is geared towards 9th and 10th grade. We also have an advanced level, which is all online curriculum and is geared towards 11th and 12th, as well as a self-guided entry-level curriculum. Financial literacy is the primary focus, with work and career readiness as the secondary pathway with JA Finance Park. Classroom curriculum is educator-led, so you will be teaching the curriculum in your classroom, and volunteers will assist at the simulation, or they may be incorporated within your classroom curriculum at any time. By the end of the training, you will understand the purpose of JA Finance Park, how to effectively use the curriculum, what you're responsible for to be successful with your student simulation experience, as well as teaching the curriculum and the basic operation of the simulation if you choose to do so in the virtual field. Each component of the curriculum helps you, the teacher, lead the students to a successful financial goal. Once teacher training is finished, classroom instruction begins. There are 12 core lessons, plus the added bankruptcy lesson for the state of Oklahoma that we have added within your guidebook. Please teach as many lessons as possible before the on-site simulation. This will help your students succeed at the on-site simulation or during the virtual simulation experience. Volunteers are very important to our program. The primary way volunteers are involved with JA Finance Park is through the on-site simulation. On average, 16 volunteers are needed to facilitate the experience. If the virtual simulation is needed, volunteer integration is still expected. JA has created several short career speaker videos you can incorporate within your curriculum. Use of these videos is optional if you're attending the on-site simulation, and the links will be provided in an email later. During the simulation, students will use knowledge and skills they've learned in the classroom to get a small glimpse of what it's like to be an adult. More on the simulation later. The benefits to educators: lessons are easy to use. Minimal preparation time is needed. Our content covers all of the state personal financial literacy standards. Lesson options provide flexibility and can be taught through the classroom lessons or through a project-based learning format, or you could do a little of each. Curriculum is fun, interactive, keeps the kids engaged, and there are extension activities that are provided with each unit. We also offer a full semester of curriculum. As we know, some of you teachers will be teaching 18 weeks of this. Our traditional lessons are set up very flexible for what your schedule is. You may choose to do 3 days a week, 5 days a week, 1 day a week. It is completely up to you how you choose to teach your lessons. We are not here to tell you how to teach it, just how to use our curriculum. The student goals are to be develop and follow a monthly budget, research and understand the actual cost of living, develop and demonstrate personal responsibility for learning and self-management, and creative, analyze tasks and solve problems. So problem solving. Your JE Finance Park materials includes your teacher guide, a hard copy of it, as well as a virtual copy, posters that go along with the curriculum, your Savvy Shopper game sets, which are in the front of your book. And if you choose to have hard copies of the student workbooks, we will be happy to supply those to your school, to each one of your students, or you could also download the PDFs and use them virtually within your own school system, which could be Canvas, Schoology, those types of things, whatever you'd like to upload those to. And of course, our online resources are available to educators at all times. In the guidebook, there are different tabs. The first one says Getting Started. Then you're going to get into Option 1, Traditional and Extension Activities. And this has 4 sections in it of income, savings, investment, risk management, debit and credit, budget plus, and then your simulation and debrief. The debrief is part of the curriculum, so you will be covering that after the simulation. Then we have a section on project-based learning lessons. Of course, those are all included. And your glossary, your visit information, and volunteer information, if that is a choice that you have to have volunteers in the classroom. How our book is set up is got the red section, Income First, which has 3 lessons, Savings, Investment, Risk Management, which is blue. It has 2 lessons we suggest. Debit and Credit has 4, Budget Plus has 3, and then it's followed by the simulation, whether it's virtual or on-site, and then followed by your debrief session that you should cover after the simulation. Our lesson plans are very laid out for you. In this one, we've got the red is circled at the top. That's a little dollar bill. So everything within the red section is always going to have that dollar bill, as well as your student guidebooks or student workbooks also are color coded the same way. It has the 3 lessons in it, and it also on the right-hand side has the red guide. Each lesson is set up so that it has your time, what it's going to take to get through the whole thing, your materials you're going to need to teach that, whether it's your workbooks, your slides you're going to present, or possibly even an optional way, a little snippet of what your student workbooks are going to look like, and then it starts getting into how are you going to teach it. So it's spelled out for you, 5 minutes here, 35 minutes here, 5 minutes there. It is all fully laid out for you. It will also show you little pictures of what slides you're going to need for your lessons, as well as the orange boxes are optional ways to teach lessons. So if you do not want to do it this way, we do provide optional ways on some of our lessons. And sometimes you'll see a green box that's a dive deeper. So maybe the students aren't grasping the concept and you want to give them a little bit more information. You can always choose that lesson. We provide you full copies or full page view of what the student workbooks are going to look like, or certain student workbook pages will look like. And of course, if there's any mathematical calculations, we provide the answers to that as well. All of our lessons are followed by optional extension activity lesson, and those are also included in your student workbooks. So the student workbook pages also cover the vocabulary, note-taking places, background information, the practices, your skills, and it does cover both the traditional and extension activities. Now we're going to get into the different color codes. So your first one is income, which is red. It covers student self-assessment, careers, taxes, and my income. It has 8 extension activities, and we are now offering an optional digital career book, which I've got the link on the screen, but I will send it to you in an email as well. The blue section is savings, investment, and risk management. There's 2 core lessons in this one for savings and investing, insurance/managing risks, and 5 extension activities. In the orange section, that is your debit and credit. There are 4 core lessons: banking partners, personal spending, Savvy Shopping, that is your game piece that goes in the front of your book. We'll have copies of it, managing credit, and then your 5 extension activities. In the teal or green color is your budget plus, is 3 core lessons: think before you spend, what is a budget, who uses a budget, and 4 extension activities. One of those extension activities is what they call Budget Plus 4. It's a downloadable extension to this, and it is 6 lessons all in one on budgeting. After each one of those sections are an assessment. You feel free to copy these, hand these out to the students. There are the answer keys as well. There's 11 questions on each of them. But we do understand you need more tests on this subject. So we have created 14 benchmark tests that go back and relate to the state PFL requirements. This is a copy of what the couple of them would look like. They're just one page, maybe 7 to 10 questions on one page, and I will be sending those to you in an email. You might see a couple of separate little tabs in there. We have added a bankruptcy lesson. Although the curriculum does cover bankruptcy, we feel that to cover that state standard in full, we need to make sure that there's a lesson in there specifically for bankruptcy, and it's called Excellence Through Ethics, Session 7, and you should find that after the Budget Plus tab. To cover the gambling for the state of Oklahoma, we suggest doing the PBL session, Budget Plus in Session 1. Page number 3 in that teal green color, it's called My Life, Riches to Rags. After you're done with all 4 of the main sections, you will attend the simulation, whether it be on-site or virtual, followed by a debriefing, which also covers the student reports. So you will have those available to you. The next tab would be your project-based learning, and if you'll notice, they are all color-coded as well. They've got the 4 sections as well as the debrief in there, so feel free to dive into the project-based learning, or you can teach traditional, or you can do a combination of either one. As I said earlier, we do offer a full semester of curriculum, so the 14 basic lessons that are in Finance Part may not be enough to cover your whole semester. So I will be sending a follow-up email as well on the semester curriculum. Here's an example of what it would look like. They do relate back to the 14 points of financial literacy. So number 1 is earning an income. It is not that you need to do all of these lessons to cover what earning an income is. These are just options of different ways you can cover it. It's all color-coded, so you should be able to follow that right along. For the on-site simulation, it is a 4-hour, one-day event. We will have volunteers in a ratio of 1 to 6, so 1 volunteer to every 6 students sitting at tables. And your role as a teacher when you do come would be to monitor your students, walk around the class, or walk around the room, and helping them make adult decisions. Obviously, our day staff will be there as well, but it's always fun to walk around the room and see the kids learn as they go through the day. The flow of the day is a welcome, it's a setup and discovery. You get to know their volunteers, then it's a big research, then they budget, and then reality sets in during shopping and payment, and then we get them on the buses back to your school. If you're doing the virtual simulation, it does take about 2 or 3 hours, and it can be completed over 2 or 3 days. We do suggest using our career speaker videos as your volunteer piece. And your teacher role would be to send me a list of your students so that I can create their logins, as everyone will need a unique login to the simulation for the virtual, monitor your students' progress, and help them make the right decisions. This leads us to our program resources, which is our JA Connect learning platform. This is where our PowerPoint slides, extra web page links, and also fillable PDFs of the student workbooks are located. It is at this link, learn.ja.org. You should log in with your email address and whatever password you have set up. If you never got the email, please don't fret. Just choose Forgot Password. You will get a new link sent to your email, and you'll have 72 hours to set up your password. Once you get logged in, make sure you do accept the application access, which is yes, allow. Then you'll see the JA My Courses, and you need to click on the Finance Park Program Resource Learning channel. This is going to open up several sections. The whole curriculum is in the first section. anything that you want or look at online can be accessed there. The PowerPoints are in the center section. Of course, those are ones that you want to download to your computer so that you have them accessible and ready to show to the students when you teach the curriculum. There are many other things on here too, but I'm just covering the main points. So that is it for the teacher recap or teacher training. Please email, call, text. I am available for you anytime that you need extra help. And I do appreciate you attending this training.